Hey everyone, it's Bill McCafferty here. Today is Friday, November 6th, 2020. It's been a little while. I haven't been on in a little bit. Just a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of personal, a lot of business stuff. Just been doing a lot behind the scenes, taking care of some things. So all is well here. Hope all is well in your world. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying grounded. And I hope you got a lot of good things going on. So like I've been doing, I've been off a little bit, but on Fridays, I do a day in the life of an asset manager / note investor. Today is episode 30. So a lot of good stuff over the year. We had 3 weeks since the last episode. So this is 3 weeks worth of data. So like I do in every episode, I start off with PMR2, that portfolio, which is my client's portfolio. I manage assets for about 25 different note investors. Right now, PMR2 has a total of 144 files. So a lot of new stuff, a lot of good stuff going on. New files boarded over the last 3 weeks, 22. If you remember, last episode, I got 20 from a client. Well, that client gave me another 20. So one of my clients has given me 40 files over the last month. Kind of boarding them and getting them situated and getting them moving forward. When I'm doing that right now, that means a lot of good stuff over the next, 6 to 24 months with those 40 files. New borrower contact, 3 new borrowers. Only sent out 1 loss mitigation form, but I received that loss mitigation form back, got that processed. Borrower option forms sent out, 4 of those. So there is a lot of good activity there. New loan modifications and payoffs sent out. That number is 2. Loan mods and reinstatements processed, 3. Payoffs and short sales processed, that's 2. So, over the last 3 weeks, that's 5 deals that got done. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good activity. We had 3 foreclosure sheriff sales over the last 3 weeks. I went through 2 of those sales, so now we're on the other side trying to get those situated. Another sale we actually canceled that was scheduled for today. That was one of the payoffs that we got this week, so that sale got canceled. No REO property sales, no new bankruptcy files. We had 1 file wiped. That was a Chapter 13 bankruptcy file where the motion to strip was granted. That homeowner completed their plan just recently, so that mortgage got stripped. Also had 1 client sell a file out of the portfolio. So that's what's going on. PMR2, a lot of good stuff, a lot of activity. Still not, fully back in the swing of things with the COVID shutdown, but things are moving. So let's jump over to my portfolio, PDRS and my IRAs. No new files bought over the last 3 weeks. I did receive 1 full reinstatement from a non-performing loan that I started working in California. Borrower sent in a full reinstatement. When that happens, you got to accept it. And now we're moving forward. So hopefully that's situated. I also sold a note partial from one of my notes in my self-directed IRA. An investor for $10K bought a stream of payments. It's actually 65 payments that he bought for $10K. So over the next 65 months, he'll receive that payment from the borrower every month. So that's what's going on. As I normally do at the end of October, at the end of every month. I process all my bank statements, all my servicing statements, my bank sheets, update my spreadsheets, get that all situated for my accountant and my QuickBooks assistant. So that's all wrapped up. Moving forward, we got 2 months to go here for the year. So we're getting down to crunch time. It's what I talked about a few weeks ago. You pretty much should know where your year is already kind of ending, and you should be really rocking and having things prepared and getting ready for next year. So that's what's going on in both portfolios. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good activity. So today I'm going to do a case study. This is my Nevada, Las Vegas case study. This is a non-performing second mortgage that was purchased back in June of 2016. We purchased a non-performing second with a loan balance of $49K. Last payment on that loan when we purchased it was June of 2012, which would make the next payment due July of 2012. The numbers on this deal at the time of purchase, fair market value on this single family home was around $160K. Homeowner was current on a first mortgage. That first mortgage was $170K. So as you can see, this was a no equity deal, a no equity second. Our second, $49K, well above the equity position covering it. So, we started legal in July of 2016, like we do with most files. Once we get them boarded and situated, we're kind of moving forward with the foreclosure. So we started legal in July of 2016. Bar kind of reached out in October of 2016. They actually reached out to a financial to somebody, an agency, to help them out with some guidance and some help. So they reached out to the Nevada Affordable Housing Agency and got a third party to help them. They needed financial help and they needed some guidance with everything that was going on. I love when that happens. I think everybody needs a little bit of help with stuff, and it always works out good when that happens. So that third party, the person with the Nevada Affordable Housing Agency reached out to me, asked if we would work with them, informed me what they were trying to do. I said, absolutely. What they were trying to do is, at that time, they were able to tap into what was known as the hardest hit funds. A lot of people might have remembered what was going on with that. As a delinquent second mortgage note investor, I wasn't able to tap into a lot of that. It was more for the first mortgages, and it wasn't an easy process. I do know some people that had success with the second mortgages, but up until this time, I was never really able to have success or tap into the hardest hit funds. So when that happens, it really comes down to the borrower initiating it and making things happen. So that borrower got help from the hardest hit funds, from the Nevada Affordable Housing Agency. In October of 2016, once again, only about 4 or 5 months of working this deal, we agreed to a $50K payoff. The loan balance was $49. The total payoff at the time was probably around $65K. But we agreed to a $50K payoff in October of 2016. In November of 2016, we received that $50K payoff. That was my one and only experience with the hardest hit funds. This was a short and sweet deal on an upside down second. But it shows you what goes on, what happens when you play the game, what happens when you help people out and you assist people. Once again, this borrower had to be proactive and go ask for some help and get some guidance, and that's what they did through this agency. So that's my Las Vegas, Nevada deal. I call it my short and sweet deal. It was about a 5-month deal on an upside down second, and everybody made out well. I hope you enjoyed that. It's good to be back. Finish off the day strong. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.